Hello and welcome to the DrivingMaul Currie Cup predictions for round 5. Hi, I'm Paul, the guy behind DrivingMaul, and thank you very much for watching me. Always up for good rugby chats. Please feel free to put comments below. Also, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. Link above on Twitter, down below on YouTube. So, this week the Currie Cup really is testing the strength and depth of the teams, as we had a midweek round as well. So they played last weekend. We had a midweek game, weekly round, and then we've got games again this coming weekend. The Lions were the lucky team that had a bye midweek, so for them it's just a situation normal, but for everyone else it will be tired legs, I'd have thought, going into this weekend. Up first, the Cheetahs are hosting the Cheetahs. The Cheetahs on doing the same as last year, 3 wins from 3 games, whereas the Cheetahs picked up their first win against Western Province last weekend. That was a good victory for them because they had 3 losses up until that point. I think that's going to be a high watermark for them though, and I'm backing the Cheetahs here to get a victory by probably around about 10 points is what I'm going for. Next up, the Western Province Rugby host the Blue Bulls. Now, Western Province were the team that got beaten by the Cheetahs last weekend. They do have 1 win to their name so far at home to the Pumas, so not exactly a big resounding statement win by any stretch of the imagination. And to have lost to admittedly away to the Cheetahs last weekend does show that they aren't going to be anywhere near the action at the pointy end. Comment on says Western Province very badly coached team, Bulls should win, and yes, that's my thoughts as well. I'm backing the Bulls to win by about 5 in this one. The home advantage will obviously help the Western Province, but I think that they're not the team that they've been in the past this season. Finally, we finish up back at Ellis Park with the Lions hosting the Sharks. So a repeat of the Super Rugby quarter-final in some ways. Let's see how this goes. The Lions obviously have been the most hampered team in the Currie Cup so far because of their long, deep run into the Super Rugby final. Have been lacking players. That should all now be in the past, of course, and they should have access to all of their players. And also having the midweek rest should be an advantage for them. But they do only have 1 win so far from their 3 games, whereas the Sharks, okay, they tripped up that first weekend, but that was when they were still in Super Rugby and didn't have access to all their players. Since then, they are on 3 wins. A couple of quick comment here on Periscope. The Sharks' defence has been very impressive so far, and whilst I think that'll help them this weekend, I'm still going to back the Lions at home to win this one by 5. So not an overly confident margin. Obviously the Sharks are showing some good form this season, but we're going to find out really who the real Lions are in Currie Cup this weekend, I think, as I say, because up until now they have had their players having to fight on 2 fronts with the Super Rugby at the same time. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll be back next week with my next rounds of Currie Cup predictions, and also please do check out the #Rugby Chat podcast. It's a new podcast that I've started doing, and we go through 5 hot topics each week. Except for this week where we did a review of all the Super Rugby teams, giving them grades. So go and see how we thought your team did compared to expectations during last season. Thank you very much for joining me, and catch you all later.